see my screen?
Loading, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, you can able to see, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So hello everyone. My name is Lokesh Kumar, and welcome to today demo session. Actually, I would like to introduce myself. So
Recording in progress.
yeah, I have total overall 12 years experience. That is working experience. So now, just we are going to discuss about today a testing related concept and what is SDLC, what is STLC, and we can see at least login, how to log in using Tosca. Okay, so now if you are from any non-IT or non-technical background, don't worry at all. So because I am also from non-IT background, so I just started my career with core electrical. Thereafter, I've switched myself. I migrated. So just trust me, anyone can build any strong career in IT, automation, or testing, anything. Okay. In this session, I will explain Tosca automation, and we are going to discuss about just brief about what is SDLC, what is STLC, and all, and manual. What is the difference between manual testing, and what is the difference between manual testing and automation Tosca? Okay, or what is the difference between manual and automation? Okay, and so next. So let's get started. So this is my first slide. You can see, I hope you can see this. So this is SDLC. SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle, right? So yeah, SDLC is an detailed blueprint that defines how software needs to be developed, maintained, replaced, and modified or updated. This is just definition. I'll try to explain this. Okay, so it is a complete process that companies follow to create software products. Okay, you can think of like full step-by-step plan that explains how software should be developed, maintained, and replaced or updated. So that's what. Okay, the main process of SDLC is to give a clear method for improving software quality and for making the whole development process very smooth and organized. To do that, we will follow SDLC process. Okay, next slide. So what is importance of SDLC? Okay, software development is uh, very long and detailed process. Because of that, it has to be planned properly and executed carefully. Okay, so this is where SDLC becomes important. SDLC breaks entire development work into smaller steps, so it will bifurcate, so which makes easier to understand, evaluate every part of the process. Okay, SDLC also gives many benefits. Okay, it helps the development team to work in any organized way. Okay, it acts like a guide for software being developed. It also helps the team the client's requirements. It helps the estimate the schedules and the deliverables, and it also provides a standard framework for activities, right? And it helps to finishing the software on time and delivering it properly. So so we have discussed all about this. So we have discussed these points. Okay, and now next next slide. Okay, so software development, I think this is interrupting, I guess. Let me keep it a little small. Okay, so SDLC, it consists of 5 steps. Okay, planning, design, development, testing, and deployment. Okay, so these steps. Okay, so you can also include some more steps like maintenance also. That is a part of this. Let's discuss about this. Okay. So let's discuss about all these steps. SDLC has all these steps. I will I will not completely explain each phase deeply here because we will discuss them later when we compare SDLC and STLC. Okay, so let's discuss all these steps. Okay, 7 steps like planning phase, requirement phase, designing phase, coding, testing, deployment, and maintenance. Okay, so these phases we'll discuss about one by one. Okay, first one is planning. What is planning? It tells us what software is to be developed. Okay, we will plan. Okay, we in the sense not as a testers, not testers. So in the organization, business development team, they will come under this. Okay, planning, they will plan the project planning, analysis, all this comes under this. Okay, next, requirement analysis phase. In this phase, engineers like they will study their software and feasible and list of all the requirements. What are the client requirements? Client will have some requirements, right? So maybe you got project, in the sense it doesn't mean so directly they won't give and tell, they won't directly keep in your hand. Okay, so the planning team will plan for that, and you need to understand, the team will understand the complete client requirements, they will analysis it. Okay, after that, then designing team comes up. Okay, designing phase, technical architects, okay, they will design it. Technical architects provide high level and low level design for software. Okay, I think this is a little slow. Let me close this. Okay, so architect architecting architect team will plan. Okay, so they will completely give the entire design, project design. Okay, according to that. So then, after completion of that design, so then coding phase will come under. After finishing this, coding will come into the picture. Okay, coding in the sense, developers development team comes into the picture. Okay, development team. Okay, what development team, what coding team will do? Coders, in the sense developers write the code. Okay, and they will, whatever, either it may be 200 line code, 5000 line code, it depends upon the client requirement. Okay, according to the plan, according to the design, these developers will write the codes. They try to understand the logics, and they will try to implement by coding. So they will write the code. Okay, once after the finishing the code, then again it will be moved into testing team. Okay, it is called as testing phase. Okay, after coding, after completion of the coding, the software would be tested. Okay, so it is, software testing is separate team. Okay, developers can able to do testing, but thing is that, so if he do all the task, what happens is that will become like it's a big hectic for them. So that's the reason, that's the way, that is where we got a separate team called testing. Okay, so and next, after completion of the testing, what tester will do? Tester will completely, he will test everything. Okay, they will test like functionality, they will test complete functionality testing. So once everything feel good, so then they will sign. Okay, so testing team will sign out. Okay, sign up. So once if they don't sign out, so that will not move into live. So live in the sense, here deployment team comes into the picture. So deployment team, the what they will do is, deployment team will they will actually DevOps team, deployment, maintenance, these comes into DevOps. Okay, so DevOps team will they will deploy the application into the servers. Okay, so after completion of deployment, this DevOps team only will maintain the applications. This is actually process. Okay, so I think it's interrupting. Just give me 1 second. Let me close this. Yes, thank you. Next, so these are all steps. Next, what is STLC? So these two names will looks very similar, but completely both are different. What is STLC? Software testing lifecycle. STLC stands for software testing lifecycle. Software testing is the process of checking and functionality, okay, of a software application to if to find the bugs. Okay, it checks whether the developed software meets the given requirements and also identify defects so that quality product can be delivered. In simple terms, like testing verifies the validates the software. That's it. Software meets the business requirement, business and technical requirements. It works as expected and it can be implemented within the requirement characteristics. Like STLC explains that um, test activities have to be done and when they should be done. Every activity STLC is carried out in the planned manner and each phase has its own goals and deliverables. Okay, so this what are the important steps? Okay, it shows the defects and errors made during development. It identifies the mistakes by developers during the code. Okay, it builds the trust, like customers or client, it keeps them satisfied. It avoids mandatory losses because some contractors some contracts including penalties like related this stuff will be in there and there's some kind of escalations happens if anything bugs or it will be identified in the production. Okay, it ensures the product quality should be good. It helps the gain customer confidence. It reduces the future maintenance efforts, right? So it gives stable and reliable results. Okay, testing ensure the application does not fail later because failure can be very expensive. So that is the reason, right? So next, what is testing? STL. So what are the steps are included? Requirement analysis, test planning, test case design, test execution, and bugs reporting or results. Okay, so these are the steps. So these 6 steps are included: requirement and analysis, test planning, test case development, environment setup, test execution, test test cycle closure. Okay, so this requirement, okay, so requirement analysis, in this requirement analysis we have origin. Okay, SDLC starts with the development of the software. STLC starts with the software need to be tested. Okay, so we have actually some uh, so what we need to compare between SDLC and STLC. Okay, same like SDLC we have also steps like STLC. We have to we have to do requirement analysis. We need to do testing plan, how to test and all. We should make a plan. Okay, so test case development, how test case should be designed. Okay, next, environment setup, how we need to set up. For example, in our case, environment setup in the sense Tosca commander will be there, how we need to install, and all this comes under setup. Okay, test execution, okay, how you need to do test execution. Okay, next to test cycle close, then how to close the test cycle. That's all. So SDLC versus STLC. Okay, so in this, development and software testing both are different. So software development will develop that software and software testing will test that software. Relationship, what is the main relation? in SDLC can be seen as the parent and STLC like child. Okay, so that is the relationship. Okay, intention. What is the intention? The intention of SDLC is to develop the quality software smoothly. Okay, so without SDLC, development can lose track and produce undesired results. Okay, the intention of SDLC is to be detect, analyze, and fix the errors or defect the defect in the software. Whatever the defect you find, so we need to analysis and we need to report back to the developers. Next, phases. So these phases we have seen. So like planning, for example, SDLC. In SDLC, the comparison I mentioned here. So SDLC, planning, requirement analysis, design, coding, testing, development, and maintenance. These are all steps. And STLC, requirement analysis, test plan, test code, test case development, and environment setup, test execution, and life cycle, test life cycle closure. So these are all. Okay. So in SDLC, the requirement analysis, in SDLC, requirement analysis done by software engineer or business analyst. The check feasibility, cost, time, requirement, and schedules. Okay, this is a final check before development begins. So this is a like any shortcomings found or discussed and resolved. So then STLC requirement comes. Like in STLC setup is done by QA or testers. They understand what they need to test and identify testable requirements, because that is a main difference between SDLC and STLC. Okay, so next let's come to the difference. Like software development and tester we have discussed, the small architecture I have mentioned here. So development team, they will work on languages like C language, C++, Java, C Sharp, .NET, PHP or Python, like HashiCorp language, or JavaScript, so and so, lot of etc. So a lot of languages are there. So they will work on the coding part, languages. So but testing team, they will work on. So in testing, whatever they developed, this development team, whatever they develop the code, that will be tested by testing team. So in testing also we have two different categories, like two different type of testings. One is manual testing, the other one is automation testing. Manual testing in the sense with human intervention, like me, for example, you are as a tester, you have to do each and every. For example, there is a buttons, hyperlinks, like so headers, footers, whatever the web application related, all you need to check manually. Okay, so and automation in the sense that we have a tools available, like UFT, RFT, Selenium, Tosca, such kind of tools. By using those tools, we will test it. Okay, next. So this is actually manual test case. So this is how the manual test case would be. Okay, so here you can see the test case ID and description, what to be tested. The description, this description would be, and precondition and test steps, test data, expected results. So this is sample test case, manual test case. Here I mentioned example. Um, Imagine if you are ordering something from online website like Amazon. Okay, so when you click login button, so then or if you want to click any add to cart something, so everything should work smoothly, right? So everything should work smoothly. For suppose if you click on login, automatically, if for suppose if you click on login, it might it might click on somewhere in add to cart something kind of, or some other button. If you click, it means this is not proper function. Okay, that is not signed properly. Okay, so then again it will be escalated back. So they will escalate on testing team and development team. Firstly, testing teams comes under, so they have to take responsible, right? So before that website goes live, software testers check every button, page, features, make sure nothing to be broken. Like for suppose if I take Amazon, so let me open very quick Amazon shopping cart. So this is Amazon shopping cart. So you could see, right? So this is so to if I for suppose if I want to click on here sign in, directly it should navigate you through sign in page only. You can directly go into sign in page, right? That's correct. Instead of this, if you click on this sign in page, so if you go card, which means the function is not working properly. Okay, so this will be before, this is actually currently in live. Okay, which means it is in production. So before keep into this production, so we have to test everything, every functionality. Okay, that process is called, we can call this as software testing. Okay, right? So next, understanding, like so why do we choose testing? So I will quickly complete this too. So testing is a great starting point for those who are looking to start their career in software profession. Okay, so for example, some people will come from non-IT background, or um, like core people like civil, electrical, and some other. Okay, so though some people from degree and those kind of, if they want to start their software career, we can start from testing. This is a great choice. Okay, scope of getting his job is also high, and no need to depend upon any technologies. Testing remains always forever. Definitely without testing, it will never move into production. Okay, tester job is very consistent. Yeah, definitely. Since long years, whenever software evaluated, since then, so testing team is there. Okay, no problem. Next, eligibility. Any graduate can learn testing courses like manual testing or automation testing. Okay, no need any specializations like degree, BTech, MTech. Also, everybody can learn. But if you want to do job in software, you should have degree minimum. Okay. So what exactly we need to get software tester job? So you must have good communication, good command on testing concepts like manual. You need to understand what is software testing life cycle, and also what is testing, how to, you need to understand that testing concepts. Okay, like manual testing, how test cases should write and all, just that small thing. And after that, you need to have good communication skills like written and verbal. Okay, next, problem solving skills and logical thinking. So not that much, but you should have at least two. For suppose in testing also, you'll face some issues, errors. So at that moment, how you are reacting, how you need to solve that issue, that should be okay. And presentation skills. For suppose you are as a representative of your company. Okay, you are dealing with some software testing like Tosca, you are doing some testing, functionality testing. So your client is asking you to explain everything. Okay, how, what is the progress and how you are doing, how your team is doing, all those stuff. So at that moment you should not be blind. So some people are very much stronger in technical, but they could not able to present their skills in front of clients or managers or any other higher superiors and all. So that reason, presentation skills are important. If you don't have presentation skills, that is also lagging point. Okay, next, next, ways of testing the application. Two types of testing application that we had already discussed. Two type is, one is manual testing, the other one is automation testing. What is manual testing? Manual testing in the sense it's performing the testing with human efforts. It is also known as manual testing, which means human efforts. You are as a tester, you test should test, it should be tested by you. Okay, without your intervention, without knowing you. So without you, the test cannot move. Okay, that should be performed by person. Okay, tester. So So earlier testing was done manually. Okay, testers had open, they had to open every page, click every button and checks result one by one. So like this, for suppose I open, if for suppose your developers tested, I mean your developers written the code and it is passed to you. So your developers ask you to test each and every control. Okay, for suppose this control, that control, all the controls, whatever you can see. So one by one, if you want to test these many controls are there, these many products are there, if you want to test each and, for example, login, they will start from the login. So if you want to test all these controls, just imagine how much time it will take. Okay, so it's not like that. So complete entire Amazon product is not in one sprint. There are a lot of sprints, that's okay, but thing is, if you want to do manually, just imagine how much time it will take, right. So that's why companies now use automation testing. Okay, so like where companies tools automatically perform all the repetitive task, so to do very fast. Okay, to perform very fast. Okay, so what are the drawbacks of manual testing? Okay, before going to automation testing, what are the drawbacks, why we are looking into automation testing? So you see, so more number of resources are required. Okay, so resources in the sense testers, manpower, resources might be manpower. Okay, like for example, you need to have, so more manpower, more testers you need to keep, like very time consuming and human errors also, it will take more time. And also there are chances for human errors, because human error, for example, you are as a tester, sometimes what happens is your health will not be good, or you'll be in some other pressure, or you'll be having some issues in families, etc., etc., such kind of reasons or some other reasons. So you may do some mistakes, so that leads issues, right. So there is a chance for human errors. Okay, next, low accuracy. Yes, definitely, if you do mistakes, obviously, so accuracy will lose, so accuracy will get down, right. So tasks need to be performed repeatedly. So yeah, if you want to do task repeatedly, in such cases you need to do all manually, one by one. Again, you have done it, again if you want to do it, again you need to do manually. So that is, these are all drawbacks you can consider. Okay, so different types of automation testing tools. So these are all automation testing tools. So you can see here, UFT, Selenium, Tosca. Okay, so you see, so these are all different types of automation testing tools. So UFT means, so this is also one of the tool. So it is commercial. UFT is actually commercial, and this is not free. Okay, it is licensed based. By using this tool, you can test web applications, desktop applications, and mobile applications. Okay, so in this, by using this tool, UFT, so it is not that much easy, because you have to have VB script. Okay, so you should have VB script, right. So you should understand VB script. So based by using this VB script only, you can able to test these applications. Next, Selenium is also popular. So earlier it was a leading automation tool, when just before enter Tosca, just before, in the sense, 4 years ago, Selenium was in higher top level. Okay, but nowadays Tosca is leading, right. And what is the difference between this Tosca and Selenium? In the sense, Selenium is open source, it is free. Okay, so it will test web applications, web and mobile applications. Okay, and Selenium, by using Selenium we can test Java applications, Python, C sharp, all this, right. Okay, and here comes to Tosca. Okay, Tosca it is actually Tosca. It's not a name. There is abbreviation for Tosca also. Tosca means topology and orchestration specification application. It's cloud application actually. Okay, so it is a commercial based, it is a type commercial, it is not free, it is not open source, it is enterprise level, it cost. Okay, Tosca is a model based automation tool used for functional regression, end to end testing, and API testing. It helps to testers automate the testing without writing code. Okay, making its codeless automation solutions. Like what kind of applications we test? Like web applications, desktop applications, mobile applications, like API testing, okay, backend and front end, all. So next, this is low code. Low code in the sense there is no code. Actually, it is codeless. Why I'm saying no code, low code in the sense we have to have little some syntaxes, small syntaxes. Okay, that's what we can. Everybody can able to understand this. Just like it's simple syntaxes. It is readable, easy understandable syntaxes. No worries about that. Okay, next. So introduction to Tosca automation tool. Okay, it is model based testing. Instead of scripting, you create reusable modules of your application. Okay, so it is developed by Tricentis Technologies. Has it has developed, I think, 10 years ago. I guess it's long uploaded. I think 10 years ago maybe. Tosca is software testing tool that is used to automate end-to-end testing of software applications. So we have covered all these steps just before. Okay, like what kind of applications in the sense we have already discussed just before slide. Okay, so Tosca is also one more important point. Tosca, the beautiful point is Tosca is also supports manual testing. By using Tosca also you can able to create manual testing, no problem at all. Okay, right. Next, key features of Tosca automation. Tosca is script free and code free. So that is main advantage. All the operations can be performed just by drag and drop. Simply you need to select this, hold it, drag it and drop it like that. Okay. So single line of coding is also not required, but needs small syntaxes. Yes, small syntaxes. That is easily understandable. Not a big deal. Okay, that is easy. No worries. Okay, human understandable scripting syntax, not scripting. Next one. So different types of objects we have actually entered into this Tosca. So just need to understand before going to do more deep dive into this Tosca. Just need to understand different types of objects in web applications. Okay, so you must need to understand. So what is the links, what is text boxes, what is button, drop downs, radio buttons, check boxes, all those. So what is links in the sense, so it is hyperlink. For suppose, let me open here. What is this? This is link. If I click here, it is taking to somewhere. So which means it is hyperlink. This is also, you see here, click here, free business account. So this is hyperlink. Okay, so I can show here register. If I want to show here also, this is, if you click here, it will redirect to other page. So this is links, hyperlink. Next to text boxes, you see here, this is text box, and you can see global search here in Amazon also. Where is Amazon? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, I'll show you here Amazon. Yeah, see here, I will search here laptop. You see here, you got some products, right? So these are, this is called text box. Okay, so why I'm discussing about this in the sense, this is text box. So you can type here something text, so automatically it will display. Next, buttons. What are those buttons? You see here, cart, add to cart. So these are all buttons. These are all, we can, if you click on here, so it will take you, it will add into your add to cart. Okay, this is button. Okay, next to drop downs. So what are drop downs? Let me show you here. um, you can go to here. This is home page. Let me go to electronics, electrons, computers, books. You see here position. So here you could see this rectangle box. In this you could see V shape symbol. So if you click here, you could see the list. So this you can consider this as a, we can call this as a drop down. Okay, this is drop down. Next, radio buttons. What are those radio buttons? Radio buttons is look like circles only. I will show here radio buttons, not here. Let me come here. Okay, computers, desktops. Here, yeah, you could see here. So here actually, do you like some commerce is there? So if you want, yeah, I can select only one out of four. You can able to select one option, which means you can able to, out of four you can able to select one. So this button is radio button. Okay, this you can call it as a radio button. This is basic. For basic I am explaining it. Next one is check boxes. You can see here check boxes. So these are all check box. For suppose for laptop I am going to choose filtering. So if I want third 13 size, okay, so it is, I'm just selecting here. You see here checkbox. I'm selecting here. For selecting multiple items, for example hard disk, I can select here. I can also select here. So it is refreshing the page little slow. Okay, digital downloads. Check boxes, box. Okay, so this you can call it as a checkbox. Okay, that's it. Next, so these are all objects you need to understand before going to deep dive into that. So you must know all this basics. Okay, so now we are talking about Tosca. Okay, so in Tosca, let me open Commander. So this is Commander, Tosca Commander. Okay, so you see here, right? This one, whatever that, this one I can say, oh I can't select this. Okay, let me, I hope you can see here Tosca Commander, some path is there. C drive, in C drive, Tosca projects, workspace. Okay. LKCloudTech is name. It is in TWS format. Tosca workspace. Okay. It will store in Tosca workspace. Whatever you work doing, so that will be stored in this path. Okay. That is called as title bar. Okay. The next one is menu bar. So whatever you see, project, home, view, tools, test cases, API testing. So all these you can see, right? So these are all, you can consider this name as menu bar. Okay. Next, sections, test cases, modules, requirements, test case design, execution. So all those. So these are all whatever these boxes. Okay. So these are all actual. These are all sections. Okay. So section bar, you can call this as a section bar. Next, this is a tree view. Suppose I'm in test cases. In test cases, there are some extensions. You see, I'm just extending. So this pan, you can see, right? So this is tree view. Okay. Next, this done, and whatever you see in the middle of your page, you could see, right? So this is detailed page. You see this detailed, this is detailed view, this is detailed, complete details you can find here, right? And the other one is properties. Okay, this is properties menu, you could see right side of your screen. Okay, This is technical properties. All the properties you could able to see here. This is called properties menu. Next, this is last. You can see under your Tosca commander left side. You can see here ready. Something is ready is there. Ready means a status bar, whether it is working or not, ready or not. So it will show that. That's it. Okay. So what are the modules? Modules in Tosca. What is module in Tosca? Modules are used to store the controls information in the form of a list of properties. Okay. So which means, so I can show you in Tosca command. These you can see, these are all modules. Okay. So whenever you create a workspace, by default you will get modules section. In this module section you could see standard modules. By default you will get standard modules here. Okay. In the standard modules you will find all this. You can see this preview. I can extend this HTML, open URL, all those. These are all actually standard modules. These are default standard modules. So these modules are used to store the controls information in the form of a list properties, which means, for suppose, let me go to here. This is Tricentis site. Okay. This is official Tricentis site. Okay. So here, this is one control. For suppose login is one control. So you can call this as a controls. These are all, this is login, right? So in Tosca commander, if you go into Tosca commander, so I have extend this. So for suppose login is there. This is login test case for suppose. Something login is there. Whenever I click here, so open URL comes into this. Okay. So these details, whatever details is there, this you see, right? So de demo webshop tricentis.com, the same which this is the one. Okay. So you see demo webshop tricentis.com. So this is what we are mentioning here. Okay. Which means, so by using modules, open URL using so actually login, if you want to log in, so login you should have to scan. So this is login, right? You can see, right? So this is a login page. So whenever you want to log in, so you will scan here. Okay, let me create one folder here. Let me create one folder just for test purpose. Demo. Okay, so this is folder. In this folder, so here I will try to scan. See here, for suppose these are all standard models. These standard, whatever the standard models you have, you can utilize these standard models. These are all so it is simply nothing else. Whenever you create a workspace, the Tricentis itself has given you some models, standard models. You can utilize it if you want. Okay, but that is actually standard model. But if you want control, if you want this login control is there, right? This login control is not in standard model. So this is user defined. Whenever whatever you are scanning, this is user defined. Let me try to scan. So I don't have, this is not available in my standard model. So if control is not available in the standard model, so you have to scan. Okay, you have to scan like this. I'm just trying to scan. Let us wait for it. Right. So you could see, right? So whenever you click on that application, scan application, you will see it will be displayed all the application which is open right now. Okay. You need to select this. This is Tricentis web shop scan. You see here, right? So you need to wait until it's load. Okay. right? Let us wait until it finishes. So don't interrupt, this is important. Don't interrupt. You could see this, right? Click on controls in application to add them. Yes, I want to scan this, you see here, right? Just click here, simply automatically it is added. And you could see something here, selected item is unique, which means there is no any issue with this control, which is completely unique. No problem, it is telling that no problem with this control. Okay, you understood? So once after scanning this, simply you close this. Okay. Oh, 1 second. So module saved successfully, control is close, right? So whenever you scan, you just need to go into here in the modules, you see here, right? Just extend this, you got demo workshop, just need to change this title. So what we have scanned, login, right? Simply login, that's it. Okay, so once after renaming it, you need to select this, simply drag, and you need to drop here somewhere. So I just want to keep here itself, because before that you have to so you have to paste here. I'm just using this. Okay, so or else I'll do one thing, let me create one folder here for demo. Okay, let me create one folder here. What is that? Demo login. Okay, that's it. So again I'll go back to this and drag, select, drag, and drop here. Simply you dropped here. So now what is this? Login, right? Rename this login or sign in, login page, login control, whatever. Okay, name must be recognized. Okay, so here, so once after that, these are all. So you see here, you need to mention click attributes. This is called as attribute. You have to mention this. Okay, after that simply save. Okay, so now let me try to run this. If you want to run here, you can see the test cases. In the test cases itself I'm trying to run. If you want to run, just right click and click on run scratchbook. Okay, see here, the result is here. So it is going automatically, see, it is clicking. That's it, successfully done. You see the green color, if you see the green color, successfully logged in. If you see the red color, that is failed. See this, no problem, successfully you logged in, successfully done the operation properly, right? This is how. Okay, and so now, so modules pay. So that's how, that is the meaning of it. By using the modules, okay, modules are used to store the controls information in the form of list of properties. Okay, so which means you, whatever it is actually front end. So we are actually seeing it, actually back end is module is working. Module is main. By using these attributes, so whenever Tosca, whenever you try to run this, first, whenever you try to run this, first it will go to, it will check with the module whether this module is available or not. Okay, this module is connected with the application, right? This is how connection established. So we have scanned it, right? You have scanned this control, login control, so it is connected. So this related all the technical specifications and properties here. So how it is, you may get question like this, how it is recognizing, means whenever you run here, whenever you run scratchbook, so then it will check with the module first. In the modules, all the specifications, login related specifications matches. Okay, so then by using this properties, Tosca can able to recognize, and it will go to here and it will click on this control. That's it, right? Next, Let us try to understand these points. Modules play a key role in identifying any control during the execution. Yes, 100%. I said right just now. This modules only play a key role. Why? Because the properties has been taken from controls, the application. Those properties will be stored in module. That is the reason. Tosca identifies the control by using the properties stored in modules. Tosca identifies the controls by using properties stored in module. Exactly. This is what I explained. These are all properties. The control properties, whatever the control is there, we have talked about login. This login property has been stored in this module as a property. Okay, that is what it mentioned here. Okay, once we click on the run, Tosca reads the test step and immediately goes to the module section, and it is try to find the relevant module. That's what I explained. Whenever you click on this test case, okay, whenever you run scratchbook, okay, whenever you run, okay, scratchbook, so it will directly connect with the module. It will check the properties, what properties, the particular control properties, whether it is matching or not. So then it will connect and it will go and click it. Okay, if the relevant module is available in the module section, then Tosca will execute successfully. Otherwise, it will throw error. Simple. For example, if I delete this module, for suppose, I will delete it. Okay, or I'll do some changes. I'll do some changes in the uh, title. At least do some changes, which means property is not matching. Save this. Try to run this now. Try to run this now. It will fail. Simply, it will fail. You need to keep this in home page. Always you should keep in home page. See this. Okay, so test got failed. Simple. Earlier the same module got succeeded. Now you see the info. No matching tab was found with the following properties like demo web. Okay, the title, actual title of our web application is demo web shop. Okay, but what it is showing here, so it is showing it is not demo web, is not matching with the actual title. That's what. Okay, which means properties are not matching with that. Exactly, the module properties are not matching. So that is the reason it throw error. That's how. This is how you need to troubleshoot while you are doing projects. This is how you need to cross check. This is how you need to check it, right? So this is what next. So types of modules in Tosca. What are the types of modules? Standard module, user defined module. We have already discussed about this. Standard modules in the sense standard modules by are default modules. These are all. So I have shown you already, right? So in Tosca Commander, you could see all these standard modules. Okay, which is actually some modules it is already Tosca is providing, which means Tricentis Tosca is providing standard modules to utilize. Okay, that's it. Next, user defined modules in the sense user in the sense you are as a tester, so you are going to create the modules, so you are going to defining the modules, so you are going to create the modules. This is what I have done. So I as a user, I have done this, right? Login in front of you. That's what user defined modules. That is the difference between standard module and user defined module. This is interview question. They'll ask you what is the difference between standard module and user defined module. Okay, next. So yeah, I've already shown you create how to create the test case. So this is how we have to create the test cases. Example, I have created same way, all same way I have created and just made ready. Just I'll show you. I'll try to run this test case. You see, okay. So I'll try to run this test case user registration related. So initially we should register with your email ID, right? So I'll keep some different email ID. 15. I can keep here 15, and you need to save always. You have to use this save button or else control S. You can save like this. Okay, let me try to keep um, in home page. Let me try to run this test case. Okay, now it will redirect to that page. So I will try to explain this also. It is taking time also. So see this. So I'm not doing anything. My hands are free. So Tosca is itself is doing this. Okay. So register. So it is trying to enter the details. You see, I could not able to type this much speed because I am a human being, right? But Tosca could. You see, registration completed successfully. Done. It's logged out. See it? It is logging out. That's it. Tosca itself done this. Okay. So earlier I have shown you manual test cases. Now I am showing automation, Tosca automation test cases. Okay. So this is how, before going to start the test case, before going to automate the Tosca automation, you have to have this test case. Who will provide this? Manual testers will provide you test case. So you have to make this test case properly. So step by step process you have to follow. This is a test case. Okay. So you need to you need to demo shop, open demo shop homepage with the so and so URL, and the user should be able to open demo web shop URL. Okay. Then after that, once after doing this, you need to update the status whether it is pass or fail. Okay, so what is the tool you have used? Open URL, what module or standard module, whatever you need to specify here. Next one is wait for 10 seconds for page to load. Okay, so we need to keep some 10 seconds waiting period because some systems make it little slow, or Tosca need to load it. Okay, pages should be load. So that's the reason to load that we are actually allowing 10 seconds. 10 seconds in the sense 10 seconds we could not able to mention. In Tosca we should mention 10,000 milliseconds. We have to mention in milliseconds. Okay, that's what. Next after that, click the login button. I just would like to show you better. Okay, because visualizations, it's make you easy to understand, right? So let me open Tricentis web shop. Right, so yeah, right. So I'll log out this, and okay, so now see this, open demo URL. So this URL you need to mention in the Tosca. Okay, so next, so you need to wait for 10 seconds. Yes, you need to wait for 10 seconds to load that page, and click on the login link. So you should click on login link automatically. Tosca should click on login link like this. Okay, next after that, enter the username. Okay, so and so we have created 15, right? Something 15 like that. Password we could see later. Okay, so this with these credentials it should log in. Okay, so next, it should enter the username and it should enter the password. These are two different cases. This is one case and this is another case. Okay, so it should enter the email ID and it should enter password also. Next after that, it should click on login button. See this login button, and after clicking this you need to wait for 5 seconds. Okay, so we are allowing some time to load, some time to settle it down. Okay, so this is better. If you keep it, that's very good. Otherwise, if Tosca confuses it, it will throw the errors. That's why. Next, or after that, whenever it is login, next it should log out. Okay. Once after logout, it will automatically close the browser. So these are all test cases we have. Okay. So these by using these test cases, we have to perform the action. Okay. This is how. Right. So first, so shall we create? Siri, are you with me? Can I do or can I explain already existed? Hello? Siri, are you with me? So, I already shown you here how to create. Just log in here, just for example. So here I already created. Here you see, this is open URL. So simple. Open URL is actually standard module. You see here, by using this, you just simply drag and drop here. That's it. After dropping here, you need to enter the whatever which page you want to open. Okay, you need to mention whether it is Chrome. You just need to Chrome related, or if it is Firefox related, something kind of. Okay, so I'm going to open this application, so that's the reason I'm keeping here. Next, what is our test case next? Wait for 10 seconds. Okay, T-box wait. T-box wait is also standard module. I will show you here. Where is standard module? I'll show you here in standard module. Okay, in modules, T-box engine. Okay, next, what is that? T-box. Let me close this. Automation tools, T-box engines. Close the browser also. You see, T-box test data management. Let me open properly. Timing. You see. Now you see T-box wait. Simply just need to drag and drop here. Once after drop here, you could see the attributes. How much time you are keeping? 7,000 milliseconds, which means 7 seconds, nothing else. If you want to keep, you can keep 5 seconds also, 5,000. So just update, simple. Just 5 seconds. That's it. Next after that, what is our, according to our test case, it should be click on. Okay. If you want to click on this, what we have to do, we have to maintain. So it should login related. You see this login detail, user login details. We have to scan that. Once after scanning it, just simply select and drag and drop here. Okay, drag and drop here. After that, you need to update your attributes. Simple. So just simply click on this. You can see here what click, right click, or what a normal click. Simply use normal click and save this. Okay, next one is enter the username, user details. Okay, what is the username? See here again for I'll show you. I'll clearly explain it here. In this, how many are there? Email, password, and login. Three actions to be performed. Okay, we have to do three activities. So if you want to do three activities, so user login credentials. So here actually I have created one folder. So in this I just simply scanned. Okay, this is user login credential. Just this dragged and dropped in this here. Okay, email, email related information. Simple. In your email I have used buffer. Simple. Okay, if you want to keep, you can keep, click also, no problem. Okay, password related, password, because I kept some information, all information at TCP buffer, sorry. Okay, so and all details I mentioned here. Okay, what are those So I can show you here. Let me open. Let me see here. Details I mentioned here. Okay. So whenever changes, if why here you may think that so it is LKCloudTech something gmail.com, but you mentioned somewhere that in login credentials 15 in the sense automatically buffer can update. That's what. So I mentioned credentials at one place. That's what I've done. Okay, these details I mentioned there. Okay. Next to login. Login in the sense you know already. I have already explained clearly. So just need to click here. After that T-box wait. T-box wait is standard module. Again, from that module, we can drag and drop here. We mentioned here 3 seconds login. You can keep 5. Yes, 5 seconds. Control S, save. And you can update here also 5 seconds. Yes, that good. Next is logout link. Next one is logout link. Okay, this is just demo. So in whenever we take class, I'll clearly explain each and every step. See here T-box wait. In this T-box wait, you mentioned the exactly what second, how many seconds you need. I mentioned 5,000 milliseconds, right? This is what. Next is logout link. So in logout link, I have actually copied from logout. Okay. So logout. This is logout. Let me try to open this attribute. So web shop, which should be what should be logout? It should log out demo web shop page. Which one? It should, this is the one. Okay, it should log out automatically. So log out and that's it. Log out, done. Right. Next, next one is close the browser. Okay. So if you want to delete it, you can delete also. Log out in the sense for log out what we mentioned, nothing I mentioned. Now I'm doing actually. Just click. For log out, I'm going to keep click. That's it. It will go and click it. Next to close browser. Close browser in the sense it is also standard model. I'll show you where it is. HTML. You see here, close browser. Simply drag and drop. So whichever not available, that you can scan. You will scan. So if it is available in the standard model, no need to scan and all, right? So just simply utilize it. Simply use it. Okay. Close browser. Just copy that and paste here. Okay. I mean drag and drop. I'm extremely sorry. Not copy. Drag and drop. Close the browser. What are the attributes here? Simply you need to mention what browser, what type of what browser you need to mention. Just you have mentioned the title of the page. That's it. Okay. So these are all steps we have done. Just try to log in now by using this. Just run the test case. This is test case. Run the scratchbook. Let us see. So let me keep here in home page. It is working. See, it's open. Okay. So it is trying to enter. See with the details. You see here LKCloudTech something. Log out and it is close the browser too. It should close the browser, but we got some error. What is this browser window demo web shop not found? Okay. Okay. Demo web shop not found. Close browser. Let me open this close browser. Let me check here. Title demo web shop. Let me cross check. Demo web shop. Capital DEMO demo. Capital WEP. Capital SHOP. Yeah, this is the one only. Okay. So let me do it again. Login. Automatically logged in. It will wait for some seconds. 5 seconds. It's closed. You see this now? Done. Done. And it's opened once again. Why it's opened again? So maybe something extra is there, I guess. Oh, register activity is also doing continuously. Okay, that's fine, no problem. Registration also done. Okay, so it is also taken automatically this registration activity, but I did not do. Maybe it's clicked on. So let me, after closing the browser, it's moved here till here. Okay, so let me run it again. So I will close this. If I close this and try to run, you see automatically it will open URL is there, right? That's the reason it will open automatically. Let me open. So if it is already open, it will confuse. It will open two different tabs and it will try to confuse here or there which tab you need to go, like that. So see here, now it's automatically open. It is trying to enter the details, and now it's open, and it will, after some seconds, it will log out. That's it, closed. So that's it, closed. You see here, I hope you see the down my Firefox. Nothing is there. No application still running. It's closed completely. Okay, done. So that's it, right? This is how we can able to create test cases by using Tosca. Okay, just simply avoid remaining things already done, whatever activities. So this is the result. Registration related I did not do. So it's still it is continuously taking, continuously moving. Okay, so our part of job is here till here only. That we are going to discuss further continuously all the test case, how we have to do it in future. Okay, so open URL, after that all, and user registration, how we need to link all together. That's, we'll see further in future. Okay, so this is how uh, we have to create test case. We have to create test case like this, we have to follow. So and after that, once after completion of this, one by one, every time you have to update each and everything. Okay, so you have to update like this, pass, right? So all steps got passed, right? All steps got passed, right? So this is how we have to follow. We have to create, so we have to do testing the web applications. So in future upcoming classes, we will very deep dive each and every module, each and every step test case, and how we have to do all the steps in future. So curriculum, um, I will show, not here. Let me open my curriculum. Tosca. Tosca syllabus. I think this is the one. So this is, you can see, these are all our topics. Tosca workspace, login and register, how to do it, and Tosca sections. So what are the sections? Requirement, test case design, module, section, and issues. We'll discuss about this. And methods of object identifications. What are the identification? Identify by properties, technical details. Okay, by details, by default, this is the one. And remaining identification by properties, and identify by index, identify by anchor, identify by image. So these methods we are going to discuss. TCP also, test configuration parameter. So how to declare TCP, how to call the TCP, how to root level TCP or root level, folder level, or test case level, how we have to do this TCP, why we have to use the TCP, what is the purpose of TCP, using TCP. So repeated tasks, repeated things we can able to keep in TCP instead of you creating all at continuously. Okay, next after that, execute script different browsers, cross browser test using Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Edge. Just now we have covered with Firefox, so we're gonna see Chrome, Internet Explorer, Edge also. Okay, next, rescan. What is rescan? We have seen scan, right, just before. Okay, so what is rescan? First, suppose if something happens, you did mistakes, you did mistake somewhere. Okay, you want to do it again. So if you want to do it again, if you want to do the changes, so again, by using rescan you can do it, right? Next, various action modes. What are the action modes are there? So using input, verify, buffer action mode, wait on action mode, select, constraint, all we're gonna discuss in future. Okay, error handling, recovery scenarios, synchronization timeout. What is synchronization timeout? Okay, let me keep here only. And next, regular expressions. How to regular expression using star. Okay, so this also how to get the length of the string. Okay, how to use the conditions, if else conditions, and how to use loops. So don't worry about this, this is not that much developers, how developers can use if else condition. Oh my god, don't forget, oh my god, is if still we have even if it is a testing also, we have if and else conditions. Don't worry about that, this if else condition already it is predefined, and it is already available in the Tosca. Just we need to use the syntax is how to use, where to use, what just we need to mention, we need to do the connections, that's it, by using if condition, if else condition, while, do while, all this stuff. Okay, next, box window operations, minimize the browser, maximize the browser, close the browser, all those. Okay, desktop application like tbox start program, automate desktop applications, Tosca reports validation also, timers, tbox timer, stop timer, start timer, record playback, libraries. Okay, data driven testing in Tosca, dynamic expressions. What are the expression? Time or date, queue date time, a day, month, all those stuff. Okay, so these kind of expression, these kind of syntaxes only max most probably will use. No, not here only. We are going to use syntaxes and a buffer, TCP. Those are, yes, the small syntaxes you can keep in your mind. However, you'll remember your friends' phone numbers. That's how. Just need to remember. That's it. Keep in your mind. Manual test cases in Tosca also. We'll discuss about this too. Okay, real-time project we'll see, and provide. Let's by using all those stuff, all about all topics. We're gonna create one project. Real time, how to create the framework, how to end-to-end scenario in Tosca, interview questions also. I'll provide interview questions and guidance, Tosca certifications. So like AS1 and AS2, milestones, how to create workspace. These are all. So we will do it earlier only. So manual test cases in Tosca. This is all repeated. So this is my syllabus curriculum which I prepared. So this is all about Tosca today. Okay. So if you have any queries, you can ask after finishing the class. No doubt about it. Let me check with Siri. One second. Siri, are you with me? Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm
Siri, yes. I'm done with my demo, Siri. Hello.
Sir, I'll share this demo to manager. Okay. If any feedback, I'll update you back. Okay.
Yeah, sure, definitely, Siri. Okay.
Thank you so
So
much,
this
sir.
is all about the curriculum also I mentioned here. Okay, done, Siri. Okay.
Thank you so
Just
much,
share
sir.
with me. I will cross check it. Yeah, thank you, Siri. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for your
Take
time
care.
as well, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Take care. Bye bye.